equipment-free exercises to build muscle in just 3 weeks. And number 1 will change everything. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I need to change my body, but I don't have time, I don't have equipment, and there's no gym nearby? If so, you're not alone. Many people believe that to gain muscle mass and transform their bodies, they need dumbbells, high-tech machines, or an intense gym routine. But the truth is different. What you really need is just one thing: the right exercises done consistently with dedication and intensity. And above all, you need a plan that works even on days when you're tired, short on time, or without a proper setup around you. This video was made exactly for that, to show that it's absolutely possible to completely transform your physique, strengthen your muscles, speed up fat burning, and feel way more energized using nothing but your own body weight. And when I say it works, it's because it truly does. You'll be surprised by how effective the movements I've chosen are. These 6 exercises, when properly combined, activate all the major muscle chains in your body. They will train your strength, endurance, explosiveness, stability, and even your cardiovascular capacity. And the best part, they're simple, straightforward, and can be done in your living room, bedroom, backyard, wherever you are. And all of it without spending a dime on equipment or gym memberships. But here's an important heads up. Stay with me until the end of this video, because exercise number 1 isn't just the most complete, it's the most important of them all. It's the move that will make the biggest difference in your body. So if you want real results, don't skip anything. Every exercise here was chosen with a purpose. Let's start with number 6 and work our way to the grand finale. Plank with arm raise. This is one of those exercises that many people underestimate at first. It seems too simple. You get into a plank position, raise one arm, and hold for a few seconds. But the truth is, when done correctly, this exercise activates far more than just your abs. It intensely works the stabilizing muscles of your core, which are essential for nearly every other movement in your daily life. We're talking about deep muscles that protect your spine, improve your posture, increase your balance, and, of course, give you that tight, defined look in your midsection. In addition, the plank with arm raise activates the shoulders, scapulae, upper back, and even the glutes. Every time you lift one arm off the floor, your body has to compensate to stay balanced. And that's where the magic happens, because in that moment, your muscles work together in a coordinated way to stabilize your torso, creating a much deeper muscle activation than with a traditional crunch, for example. And there's more. This exercise also trains your mind. Yes, your mind, because keeping your focus and breathing under control while your whole body is under tension takes concentration. You need to connect with the movement with each second, with every adjustment your body makes automatically. And that not only makes you stronger, but also more aware of your body. To start, you can do 3 sets of 30 seconds, switching the raised arm every 5 seconds. If you're a beginner, keep your feet a little farther apart for a more stable base. If you want to make it harder, bring your feet closer together and reduce the support time for each arm. The more unstable your body is, the more muscle activation will be required. And if you want to level up even more, add an intentional contraction of your glutes and back muscles with each lift. This not only improves performance, but also protects your lower back from strain. One last tip, keep your gaze fixed on a point in front of you and your head aligned with your spine. Avoid looking to the sides or down. Posture matters a lot. The plank with arm raise is the perfect way to activate your body globally. It gets you ready for the upcoming challenges, wakes up your muscles, connects your core with your upper and lower body, and lets your brain know, okay, we're starting and it's going to be intense. And that's just exercise number 6, glute bridge. When we talk about developing the lower body without any equipment, few options are as effective as the glute bridge. This exercise is often overlooked because it seems too simple, almost too basic, but that's exactly where the mistake lies. The glute bridge, when done with proper technique and intention, is one of the most powerful ways to activate and strengthen the glutes, hamstrings, and even the lower back muscles, all in a controlled and safe way. This movement targets the muscles that make up the posterior chain, the part of your body you can't see in the mirror, but that defines not just your strength, but your posture and performance in nearly every other exercise. When your glutes are weak or inactive, your body starts to compensate in other areas. The lower back becomes overloaded, the hips become stiff, and the knees lose alignment. And this not only reduces your performance, but also drastically increases the risk of injuries, chronic chronic pain, and limitations in your daily life. Now imagine the opposite. Strong and well-activated glutes. You improve hip stability, reduce pressure on the spine, and gain power for climbing stairs, running, squatting, and even lifting weights in the future if you decide to progress to weighted training. And the best part, the glute bridge can be done anywhere. Just lie on the floor with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and arms by your sides. From there, squeeze your glutes firmly and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. And here's a crucial detail. The movement should come from the glutes, not the lower back. One of the most common mistakes is arching the back and pushing with the lower spine instead of contracting the glutes. This reduces the exercise's effectiveness and can cause discomfort or pain. Wall sit, isometric squat. You may have done squats before, but the wall sit is a whole different story. It seems easy at first. You lean against a wall, slide down into a position where your thighs are parallel to the floor, like you're sitting on an invisible chair. And then you just wait, or so it seems. In just a few seconds, your muscles start to burn, sweat kicks in, and your mind begins to scream. The challenge here isn't in the movement, it's in staying still. And this kind of stillness works much more than you'd expect. The wall sit is one of the best exercises to deeply and directly strengthen your quadriceps, but it also activates your glutes, hamstrings, and core. And all of this happens without impact, without abrupt movements, and without putting strain on your joints. It's perfect for anyone looking for real strength, stability, and muscular endurance, even without running, jumping, or doing repetitions. And you know what's even more interesting? It doesn't just build strength. It teaches your body how to resist fatigue. While performing it, you're asking your muscles to maintain a static contraction for a continuous period. And that takes more than strength. It takes patience. It takes mindset, because keeping your body still while your muscles shake and beg for rest is a true test of focus and determination. Proper form is everything. Place your back against the wall and lower yourself until your hips are aligned with your knees, forming a 90-degree angle. Your knees should be aligned with your ankles, and your feet should be positioned slightly in front of your hips. Your entire back should be in contact with the wall, including your lower back, which should not be arched. Your core must stay engaged the entire time to help stabilize the pelvis and protect your spine. Breathing should be steady, slow, and controlled. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. This helps you stay calm and maintain the muscle contraction for longer. A powerful tip: pick a spot in front of you to look at and focus your mind on it. This reduces anxiety, distracts you from the muscle burn, and helps you stay focused until the end. Start with 30 seconds and gradually increase the duration with each workout. The ideal goal is to reach 1 minute, then 90 seconds, up to 2 straight minutes. It may sound like a short time, but the intensity is brutal. And if you want to add an extra challenge, you can hold a heavy object in your lap or place something between your knees and press it lightly, activating your inner thighs. Adductors. Another common mistake is letting your knees go too far forward or letting your thighs slope downward. If that happens, the effort shifts to the wrong areas and you lose some of the effectiveness of the exercise. Always check your form by looking at the alignment of your knees and feet. A good sign is being able to see your toes when you look down. If you can't see them, your knees are too far forward. The wall sit is one of those exercises that improves not only muscular strength, but also body control, posture awareness, and mental endurance. It teaches you to endure discomfort for a greater good, something essential in any physical transformation journey. On top of that, it has direct application in other activities. For example, it improves your ability to stand for long periods, climb stairs more easily, and even perform dynamic squats with more power. It's a foundational exercise that builds the base for more complex movements down the road. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or have been training for a while. The wall sit will always challenge you, and that's why it made it into our top 6. It marks the halfway point of the journey and prepares your muscles and your mind for the next challenges. If you've made it this far, you can already feel how each exercise has been strategically chosen. Now we're going to intensify things even more. The next 3 exercises will increase your heart rate, raise the complexity of the movements, and turn your strength into explosive power. And the best is yet to come. Cross-body mountain climber. Now it's time to pick up the pace and bring movement into the workout. After more static and controlled exercises, it's time to activate your agility, coordination, and cardiovascular capacity. The cross-body mountain climber is one of the most complete bodyweight exercises you can do. It works strength, endurance, and mobility simultaneously, but what really makes it special is the intense core activation through rotation. Unlike the traditional mountain climber, where the knee goes straight toward the chest, in the cross-body version, version, the knee moves toward the opposite elbow, requiring trunk rotation and more effectively engaging the obliques, in addition to the rectus abdominis, quads, shoulders, and even the lower back. This is an exercise that requires focus, coordination, and fluidity. When done correctly, it also quickly elevates your heart rate, turning your workout session into a true high-intensity circuit. That's why it's perfect for burning fat and defining your muscles. Let's talk about the starting position. You begin in a high plank, hands on the ground, arms extended, wrists directly under the shoulders, and body aligned in a straight line from head to heels. This initial position already requires core and glute engagement to stabilize the torso. From there, you begin alternating knees, bringing the right knee toward the left elbow, then the left knee toward the right elbow, in a rhythmic and dynamic motion. Ideally, you should maintain a steady pace that still allows you to control your execution. Breathing should be quick and synchronized with your movements. Inhale as the knee moves toward the center and exhale as you cross. But the most important point here is to keep your core tight, your hips low, and avoid excessive side-to-side movement. If your hips rise or drop, or if your whole body is moving uncontrollably, you'll lose core activation and won't reap the true benefits of the exercise. So focus on technique first before picking up speed. A common mistake is putting too much weight on your shoulders or letting your core relax, which compromises your stability and can lead to lower back discomfort. To avoid this, intentionally engage your core the entire time, as if you were trying to pull your belly button toward your spine. This creates a solid base and protects your lower back. And here's a pro tip. Imagine that your knee is trying to touch your elbow, but without losing speed. This small detail of intention increases your range of motion and activates the oblique muscles even more. Over time, you can progress to more advanced variations, such as speeding up the crossbody motion for timed intervals, 30 seconds at high intensity, or combining it with isometric plank holds between rounds, which further challenge muscular endurance and breath control. You can also perform the exercise on steps or with your hands on an unstable surface like an exercise ball to activate the stabilizer muscles even more. The crossbody mountain climber is perfect for short workouts, HIIT circuits, or as part of a powerful warm-up before strength training. It's functional, versatile, and only requires your willpower and focus. No space needed, no equipment, nothing beyond your determination, and the payoff is huge. In just a few minutes of execution, you'll be sweating, your heart rate will soar, and your abs will be on fire. Exactly what we want from an effective bodyweight workout. This exercise marks the beginning of the final phase of our sequence. It raises the level of intensity and prepares your body for what's coming next. And believe me, the next two exercises will take your body and mind to another level. Lateral jumps with squat. You've reached the final stretch, and now it's time to activate everything you've got: strength, explosiveness, balance, focus, and breath. Lateral jumps with squat are the essence of a full body functional exercise. They may sound simple when described, but as soon as you put them into practice, you feel just how challenging and complete this movement is. It starts with a lateral push, where you jump from one side to the other and land directly into a squat position. So far, it may sound like just a leg exercise, but what happens during the jump and landing turns it into a true full body workout. Let's break it down. When you jump laterally, the muscles responsible for propulsion are the glutes, quads, and calves. To land safely and with control, you need to engage your core, keep your torso stable, and use your arms to balance the movement. By landing directly into a squat, you're combining controlled impact with active flexion of the hips, knees, and ankles. This not only builds leg strength, but also improves motor coordination, reaction time, and your ability to maintain balance in dynamic situations. Proper execution requires concentration. You should keep your chest open, your torso slightly leaning forward without rounding your back, and your knees always aligned with your feet. When you jump, use your arms to help drive the motion, and when you land, absorb the impact with your heels, avoiding slamming into the floor. This protects your joints and distributes the load more effectively across your muscles. Start with short jumps, just from side to side, and increase the distance as you gain confidence. The most important part is the quality of your landing. Your goal is to land softly as if you were trying to touch down without making a sound. That takes full leg engagement, body awareness, and focus. Many people make the mistake of jumping side to side without paying attention to the squat at the end. Don't do that. The value of the exercise lies in the combination of lateral movement and the immediate deep squat. Each jump should end in a stable position, with your knees bent, glutes pushed back, and your torso firm. If you want to increase the intensity, you can add a 1 to 2 second pause in the squat before jumping again. This forces the muscles to stay under tension longer, boosting strength and endurance gains. Another option is to use low obstacles to jump over, like a line on the floor, a folded mat, or even a water bottle. This raises the challenge level and forces your body to develop real explosive power. You can also try a timed version, alternating between 30 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest, repeating for 4 to 6 rounds. By the end of each set, you'll feel the burn in your thighs and glutes, your heart pounding, and sweat dripping. And that's great. It means you're using all your body systems together: muscular, cardiovascular, neuromuscular, and even respiratory. Lateral jumps with squat build leg power, improve reaction time, increase functional strength, and also work your abs indirectly. They're ideal for high-intensity workouts and for improving athletic performance at any age. Plus, they're great for preventing muscle imbalances since they require alternating activation of each side of the body, strengthening both sides equally. The secret here is to combine control with aggression, jump with confidence and land with precision, explode with power and stabilize with awareness. And that's exactly the kind of workout that builds a strong, agile, and resilient body, even without using any equipment.